Right, what I want to do now is I'm just going to continue on with this drawing now. So the first thing I'm going to do is lift the walls up to level 4. Click on that wall there and then just press ZA, select all the walls that I need adjusting. So then I'm going to there, base constraint ground level is fine, and the top constraint now I want to take up to roof level. Just click up to roof level and apply. That's taken those walls up to roof level. What I want to do is do the front curtain wall. Again, just click on the actual curtain wall itself and take it up to roof level. Apply. Now if we look at that wall there, the curtain wall especially, you can see that it doesn't currently match with the actual floor level itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the curtain wall again and I'm going to go into edit type. Click on edit type, brings up type properties. What I want to do is I'm going to scroll down and then if I look at the horizontal grid, if remembering the drawing, we created the floor spacings at 3 meters apart or 3000 millimeters. So I'm going to put that into there. For the vertical grid, I want to just change that to 1500 and apply and click OK. Now if we look at the curtain wall itself, you can see now where it meets up with the floor, which looks a lot tidier and as it really should do within the actual piece itself. And now what we want to continue to do is put a roof on. Okay, we'll use different ways of putting a roof on. We'll use just we'll extrude a roof on, and we'll also put a roof on by footprint as we carry on with the actual job itself. So what we're going to do is now, if we continue on with this, and I'm going to put a roof on the actual level itself. So what I'm going to do is use the roof tool. And the first thing I'm going to do is to create a roof by extrusion. So if we carry on. Now then, what we need to do first of all is go into our elevation view. So I'm going to click on east elevation. That will bring up the east elevation view. There, and then if we go to roof tool and click on roof by extrusion, what it'll do, it'll ask me to pick a work plane you've got in there. So look at making sure that we've got pick a plane and click OK. If we go into there and pick the roof plane, it's there like so, and we pick roof level, which is fine. We'll click OK. If I just pick here and pick a line, if I pick anywhere, just pick it at a random point there, doesn't really matter because we'll bring the walls up to the actual roof itself. So I'm going to pick it to there. None of the elements were created in these two. Right, what we've got to make sure of is now, if I come out of that and click yes, what I need to do is make sure that I am in roof view. So what I'm going to do is go back to my ground level and pick my elevation view. So if I pick on this elevation view and move it outwards, it should let me pick a plane and bring it out so that I can actually pick an area so that the actual plane itself will pick. We'll go back to our east elevation now and try that. Notice there that we're just moving those to the left and to the right so that we can actually see an actual plane itself. So what we're going to do is, if I go back now to east elevation, and I'll just explain what the situation is with it. Because we've got nothing in there to pick, it's making it difficult for me to pick an actual plane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into ground level, click on ground level, and I'm going to click on that elevation. And if you notice now, you can see the blue plane line. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag that plane outwards so that I can actually see the plane. So if we go back into east elevation, if you notice now, you can actually see the full wall. Now, so if we go to roof and roof by extrusion, and again, pick plane, and I'm picking that plane, pick roof level, and click OK. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a line there, and then to there, and then to there. Then I'm going to go back into there and go for a starting radius arc. I just want to put in there and put a slight curve on it. As I say, you can make whichever sort of roof you particularly want. There is no set rules, whichever you want to do. It's just a case of trial and error and just making sure that you've got the actual roof style itself. So that's fine now. Now, if I go to my 3D view, you can see that it's extruded it along the right plane now. I just press my shift key and revolve it so that I can see where we're going across there. Now if you notice, what it got, it seems to be just a little bit short. Doesn't make a great deal of difference, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag it outside of the wall. Select the roof again, shift so that I can see it, and just drag it so that I can see that it's outside of both walls. Not quite. Click on it again, click on the blue arrow, just drag it slightly outwards. So that's fine now. If I rotate it round, I can see that it's on the right extrusion plane, and it's also covering the whole of the building. Now, as I say, you don't have to do it this way. Quite possibly the most ridiculous looking roof going, but we're just trying and experimenting, that's all. So now what we want to do is just put the walls up to our roof level. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to pick on a particular wall, and then what I'm going to do is SA again, and it'll select all the walls that I particularly need. If I click on attach, what it'll then do, it'll ask me to attach, pick what I want it to attach to. I want to pick the roof, and if I click apply, or just click in the graphics screen, as you can see already it moved those walls up to the roof level. Come out of there now, and again if we just rotate it round, we can see that all the walls have moved up to the roof level, which is fine. So if we rotate it round again so that we can see the curtain walls, we'll pick on the curtain wall itself, and again attach top face or top base. If I pick the roof, and it'll put it up to our roof. Again, just rotate, we can see it, it's clearly shifted it up to the roof there. That's fine. Okay, rotate it round from there. What I want to try and do now is just to see about creating some stairs within the building. Now, as I said, nothing to stop you from stopping at this point and creating whatever type of roof you want to put in there. So we'll carry on now, and we'll try and get some stairs in. Right, so now what I want to look at now is to put some stairs in. So what I'm going to first of all do is go to the ground level. Double click on the ground level and just adjust it so that I can see the actual drawing within the area that I'm looking at. The first thing I want to do is go to stairs. It can be quite tricky, stairs, sometimes, so I want to do it a couple of ways just to give you an idea of different ways in which we can put stairs in. So first of all, I want to go by stair by sketch. So if I click on stair by sketch, and I'm just going to put it just here, for example, and I'm just going to run it across and left click there. And as you can see now, it creates the actual stairs in there. What it's done, it's put in 18 risers created, and it's going up from that level there. Quickest way or easiest way is to make sure that we finish finish edit mode is that if we go to the 3D mode, we can see it a little bit more clearly. So if I click on our 3D model and just press the shift key and the mouse wheel and just rotate it round so we can actually see the stairs themselves. Just to make it easier, what I'm going to do is just hide that particular wall. So click on the wall and then hide elements, and it makes it just that bit easier to see the actual stairs itself. I'm also going to do that with our glass front. I'm going to click on the glass front and then go to the temporary hide, isolate, and click on that and hide element. If you can see now, you can see the actual stairs that we've put into from the ground floor up to the first floor. So I want to try and just do a couple more things with that and see as we go. So what I'm going to do next of all is I'm going to try and just edit the stairs a little bit, just to see and just to show you that what you can do is actually edit the stairs in place and just alter them as you want to go along. So I'm going to go to the ground level. I want to pick on that, the actual stair riser itself, and then I'm going to go into edit mode. As you can see, what we've got three line types, or three line types if you like. I've got the green on the outside, and I've got this line that runs down the middle. That, in a sense, is like a guide curve or a guideline which will direct the direction of the stairs on which to go into. The black lines that are on there are risers. Everybody knows them as the steps, but they are risers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick on that line and I'm going to delete that line off, and then I'm going to put a boundary line in, and I'm going to put a curve in. So I'm just going to pick to there and then pick to there, and it'll make it easier if I picked correct arc tool. So I'm going to pick start end radius. If I start again, pick there, pick the end riser, and then I can put in there. Makes more sense now. And that's the first one that I've come into from there now. So again, I'm going to go into there, I'm going to pick the green line, and I'm going to delete it off. Again, I'm going to pick the starting radius arc, and again I'm going to put it at the area that I want it to go into. As you can see, it snaps to the end of the riser that we've got it into, which gives us an aid so that we get it similar to the one that we can do, but we can always edit it as we go along. We've got those two lines in now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue and start deleting out some of the risers so that we can get a different perspective. Right, so just to continue on with this, with the editing the stairs, just to give us an idea of what we can actually do with them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete off that riser there, and I'm going to put in a curved riser. So what I need to do first of all is to pick on riser, which is there, pick on the curve tool, pick that, and set the first riser in there. I'm also going to look at doing is picking the next riser along and deleting that one out as well. So again, if I go into the riser tool, click on the arc, and I pick there and there, and I can set it to that point there. So as you can see, now I've got my two risers in there, and it's starting to look a little bit different to what we want it to be doing now. So what I want to do now is just finish that off. So again, make sure that we're going to finish edit mode and click finish edit mode. It'll take it for a while just to generate it, and then that's now just altered the actual risers and the shape of it itself. And what we've got is there is that we can change the direction of it. To do that, all we need to do, well, let's just first of all come out of there and go into our 3D view just to check the direction going. You can see there that the direction is facing that way. What I want to do is alter that direction so it goes the other way itself. So if I go back into there, and if I click on the stair again and edit sketch. What I can do is I pick on the actual sketch itself. I can change the direction that we want to go into from there, and that will give us that ability to alter it as we go along. And, so why is that not? If I come out of there again, that's it. So we're in edit sketch mode again there now. So if you see the little arrow there, and I'll just flip the arrow to the other way, you can see the direction now that we're going into. So again, if I just come out of editing mode and go into our 3D model and have a look at our stairs now, and if you can see now we've altered the actual direction of the stairs. Just rotate it round so that you can see the actual stair itself. Now as you can see, you can't go up the stairs because there's not a hole cut in there, but I will do that just in a short while, just to be able to shove that into so that you can use the stairs as you normally can do. So if we come out of there, and we'll start looking at a different way of creating our stairs again. So what we can do is just before I delete those stairs off, because don't particularly want to use these stairs, I'm going to go into and just show you different ways in which we can edit it. If I pick on that railing, for example, I can go into the railings and I can make them a glass panel if I wanted to. So if I click on there, if you notice now, you've got a glass panel on that side. So I'm going to pick on that railing and I'm going to just go back into our properties and change that to a glass panel. Again, you can change the material of the stairs to whichever way you want it to be. You can make them residential, private, commercial, steel, face, escape, those different types of things. I'm not going to spend too much time on those particular stairs because I'm going to delete them and create some more stairs as we go further along. Okay? What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to delete that set of stairs out of there, because that was just a way of showing you different ways of creating stairs. So what I'm going to do into that, I'm going to go into the ground level again and I'm going to put some more stairs in. What I'm going to do is put in more traditional U-shaped stairs, which are common in most buildings that you see. So again, I want to go to the stairs and stair by sketch again, and I want to create a U shape, which is a more traditional way of putting the stairs in. So I'm just going to start there and then I'm going to go across. Now if I just continue across here, it shows you how many rises I'm going to put in. Now I've got in there 18, so I'm going to half that and go for 9 or 10. I'll put 10 rises in there and then pick there, and then I'm going to drag it down, and then I'm going to click there, and then I'm going to go back on myself to there. Now if you look at it closely, you can see again what I was talking about earlier on, the guide curve or guide line, which is telling me and the direction that it's going into. Also what it's done is it's put its own landing in, so it's going up, coming down for the landing, and then going back up another floor. If I come out of there just to check that, if I go to a 3D view, if I can find the stairs themselves, that's not a very good move, they're not particularly wet, so what I'll have to do is I'll have to just delete those off again. So if I go into ground level again and pick those and delete those stairs off again and just try and pick or exit the sketch and click yes. So that's got rid of those. So what we'll do is we'll try again. I'm still going to be in the ground view or ground level, and then I'm going to try and make sure that I do it right this time. Take another stab at this. What I'm going to do is just zoom into it so I can see it a little bit clearer. So again, I'm going to go for the stairs, and I'm going to go by stair by sketch. Now what I want to make sure is that I'm on ground level there, and I want to take this up to level 1. Click apply. Hopefully this time I'll get it right. Put that there, and again, as I say, I'm going to go for half of what I've done there to there, and then come down, and then go to there. Okay. Across to there. Okay. So if I just now accept that, I'm just going to check that in the model view. Just see where I am there. Right, so that's come up there now, fine. It's not a particularly good view of that one there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to revolve it round, and I'm going to hide some more walls. I'm going to pick that wall and that, and I'm going to go to hide element, pick that wall, and I'm going to go to hide element again. Now I can see those stairs clearly now of what we've got in. Okay. So again, if I just rotate it round so that I can see it there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to extend those stairs up to the correct floors as we go along. So if we carry on with it now, so as you can see, we've got our stairs in there. They're starting at the ground level and going up to the first floor from there. So what I'm going to do is I want to extend those and put them further up into the actual building itself. First of all, what I want to do is just move them a little bit. I don't particularly think they're sat there in that in the right place. I'm going to go to my modifier by, and I'm just going to click on move. If I highlight it, if I pick and highlight the actual stairs themselves, and if I pick on there, I should be able to move them to a different position. If I drag them, plane again, move, and I should be able to move those, which doesn't seem to be letting. So what I'm trying to do is I'll try again to see if I can move that particular staircase in there. So if I just click on it now, and then if I go to highlight it, and if I pick on the move command and pick it, and then what I'm going to do is from that point there, I'm just going to move it to there. I'm not, just won't have it for no reason. I'm going to pick on there, and pick on over there, and pick on. I just get frustrating sometimes when I try and move it to there, and I'm hopefully I move it into that corner there. Let go of it. That's it. Eventually I've done it. So now then, what I need to do now is I want to copy that up to the other floors. So again, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to copy it to my clipboard, and then I'm going to go up to paste and align to other surfaces. Now it's on the ground level at the moment, so what I want to do is take it to level 1 and level 2. Just take it to level 1 and level 2 for now, and click OK. So I'm just going to accept that and put that into there. Now if I can change that stairs to be able so that people can actually go up it, in a sense where I've got to actually create a slope in the actual stairs itself. If I go to modifying stairs, and the icon has disappeared, I have to bring it back from there. Where is it gone? There it is, it's gone there. Look, so I brought it back there. So if I click on the stairs again, what I want to do is create an actual shaft in it now. So I want to click on shaft opening. If I click on the shaft opening, and I'm just going to use it by clicking on a rectangle shape. Now if I zoom into it, it will just give me that little bit more better chance of highlighting the actual outside of the line. So it's there coming to there, so I want the outside. So if I pick there, if I come back in and pick there, and then click OK, and now that has put an actual shaft in itself. So if I can just check that, so if I go to my 3D view, and there, and it's actually put a shaft in for me. Now if you notice what it's done it on these floors here, which is fine, it's come to there, but sometimes what it tends to do is it misbehaves a little bit. So what I'm trying to do is, you see where it's gone now, and it's gone into the actual foundations. If I pick on that one and just lift that up slightly so that it doesn't go down to the actual foundations again. And then also if I come into here and again pick on the blue arrow and drag it up to the next foundation so that it's got the actual spacing opening on there. Okay, so now as you can see it's all gone through and it's come through fine from there. So again, if I just double click into there and rotate it, now I can actually see that I've got some stairs within the actual building itself. It starts to look a little bit more like a building as you've got the stairs in. Now I'm not going to be able to have time in this one to put any walls in or internal walls in. Again, that can be totally up to you. You can design that with my help and just put in internal walls where you feel that we want to go in to do. All I wanted to do with this one today was just to show you different ways of creating roofs, different ways of putting the stairs in, and what we'll try and do now is possibly just put a topo surface in so that it looks a little bit more like a realistic building. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the walls back in, and then I'm going to continue. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to try and put in a topo surface. Now we've got the stairs in the building, and it just looks a little bit more like as I say, a building. I'm going to now go back into and replace all the temporary hides, which I've done so, and then I'm going to bring it round and go to a home view in that way. Now you can rotate it round so that you've got a similar view, or you can bring it across and bring it into such a view as we've got in that position there. Now I'm going to just bring it round to there, and then I just bring it in and look at it from there. And now if I go to masking in sight and click on there, and I'm going to go into topo surface. Now what we tend to do with these is what you usually get, these will be done by surveying. Now I'm just going to put in a flat surface in here just to demonstrate about putting a surface in, a topo surface in. So I'm going to go to site, and I'm going to zoom into it so that I can see. Again, you can move the elevations outside of the actual drawing just to keep it clean, and we'll go from there. So again, I'm going to click on topo surface. Now I'm going to leave everything as 0 elevation. You can alter the elevation. You can put as many reference points as you can, and it will generate a topo surface for you. As I said, I'm just going to put in a normal flat one, so I'm going to leave that as that is there, and I'm just going to pick 1, 2 and 3 and 4 elevation points, reference points in. Now you can put as many reference points as you want in, you know, and you can alter the elevation by putting it into there, so you can, you know, incline it or decline it, whichever way you want to go. So I'm going to just click on finish, and I'm going to go to my 3D view now just to see what we've got. So there, what it defaults as is, if you like, is a muddy brown sort of level that we've got there. So I'm going to change that, and I'm going to go into the material, and I'm going to click on by category. And what that'll do is after it'll generate it, and it'll bring up a manager which you can use, and then we can actually use a surface that we want to put in. Now I'm just going to put in grass and see what we come up with. Across there. Didn't seem to want to. Right. Come out of there. Go across again. I should be able to search for an appearance material itself. So again, I'll type in grass. It doesn't seem to be bringing up grass for me for some unknown reason. Appearance, physical, into there. But why is that then? There, show all. I've got show all listed. Ah, there we go. Look, so as I said, just make sure that we've got the show all libraries panel picked in there. So again, if I just pick on grass, and if I click OK, and then it should now change that. Now for some reason it's showing it as white. So again, if I go into there, into my properties, now from there, now I picked on grass, and if I go into colour and appearance, I can alter it from there. Let's say it's just finding itself, and we'll bring it in as soon as it comes onto there. Again, if I close that off, it doesn't seem to be responding. What I don't need it to do is crash, which it has done there. So you just have to bear with me a little bit while I just get this back and bring